Right, we are in this thing. You're gonna need a band. Good news about getting into this pistol squat program and already being up to week 4 is you're gonna start seeing a lot of repeat things, repeat stretches, repeat strength work. But along with that, we're gonna start literally just showing you guys some pistol squat progression. Pew pew. Let's get into it. On day 1, you're gonna repeat hip 90-90s and repeat couch stretch. Hip 90-90s are where you're sitting on the ground. Your feet start in your squat stance. You let your knees fall to one side to where your legs make 2 90-degree angles. I want you guys to get good at this one because it really shows good hip health. And if you're getting all the pinchies and you're really, really tight or just looking like this as you're doing your 90-90s, you just gotta get into this movement a little bit more. That being said, if you need a scaled version of your hip 90-90s, you can put your booty on an elevated surface like a plate and do the same thing. Now, obviously your knees probably won't go to the ground when you're on this elevated surface, but it'll get you away from like feeling like you can't move at all. So your booty up on an elevated surface is a great scaled version of these hip 90-90s. When you get to the flat surface, some of you guys might start with your hands behind you like this. And as you get more into these 90-90s, hopefully we can try to sit up tall as we're doing the full movement. Try to get 10 90-90s, then go do a minute of couch stretching on each side. You bend your back knee up against the wall or a box. Do your first minute with your hands on the ground, pressing your hip towards your hands. We're trying to press your hip open so you feel that good stretch through your quads, through your hip flexors. A minute on each side with your hands on the ground. Go back to another set of 10 hip 90-90s and then repeat another minute of couch stretch, but I want it to look like you sitting up tall, trying to press that back hip forward like you're gonna do a full split. Then we're gonna go into post pistol squats. Now you guys gotta pay attention on this one because there's gonna be some post pistol squats that we do later that look different. The way we're gonna use the post today is I want you guys to work on sitting your hips back into the pistol squats. You're gonna face the post, okay? That'll change up later on. When we do the pistol squat, you kind of look like you're doing this. You're reaching out in front of you because your hands and your arms work as a counterbalance. We'll actually get into counterbalance pistol squats with actual weight. But naturally, when you do the pistol squat, you're trying to sit back, or any type of squat. You're trying to sit back, and you naturally reach those hands forward. We're gonna use the post, a nice stable, how you doing post? Post to help us get into this pistol squat. Now play around with where your feet need to be. I find if I line my foot up with the post, that usually gives me a good spot to kind of start in, and my other foot can sit out in front of me like this. I'm gonna hang on to the post. I'm gonna crawl my hands down as low as I can go. If my ankle and my hip mobility are coming together, I should be able to sit in the bottom of this squat, and then go ahead, pull myself back up to stand with as much assistance as needed. So really, this is gonna be a little bit of strength, a little bit of stretching at the bottom of your squat, and see how close we're getting to the point of sitting in the bottom of that squat with that full depth. I want you guys to lean back against the post a little bit because naturally when we go to pistol squat, a lot of people like to squat on their toes. It loads your quads up, what gets into the front of that knee, and we don't need all of that. We're gonna work on sitting back while we're building up to this skill. I would try 5 on each side. So a good looking set for me would look like this. Crawl it on down, crawl it on back up, crawl it on down, crawl it on back up. Switch sides as you need to. I just did squats before this, so my legs are tired. Woo! I just noticed on my left side, I like to twist and turn, so this is a great time to kind of work on straight up, straight down, as I'm crawling up and down the post, okay? That's gonna be day 1. That's your fancy stuff for the week. That's your pistol progression for the week. After that, when we get to day 2, you're gonna repeat a lunge flow. You're gonna repeat leg lifts. Let's review the lunge flow really quick. You're gonna go forward lunge, elbow to midfoot, take that front foot, roll it to the outside, twist towards, twist away, sit back, stretch out that hamstring. That'll be 1 time through the flow. Namaste. I love doing flows in here. So try to get 2 to 3 reps on each side. For your leg lifts, you're gonna take one foot and it goes up and over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are so underrated. But we gotta get our core and our hip flexors super strong. Then you put your shoe back on because we're gonna repeat some split squats after that. Last time we did Bulgarian split squats with kettlebells off to the side. They look like this. I want you guys to try to go heavier this time. 3 to 5 sets of 5 on each side. That is just because if you're doing like other strength work tied to this pistol squat program, 5 sets of 5 would be a lot, but if you're doing this pistol squat program as your strength work, you can go all the way to 5 sets of 5. So if this is like additional accessory work to something else you're doing in your training, just do 3, maybe 4 sets. That's plenty. If this is your strength work today, make it all the way to 5 sets so we can grow the leggies, they can get super strong. After that, your bonus mobility has a repeat and also something kind of new. Repeat is going to be the oh so famous box pigeon that helps everybody's hips and lower backs get loosened up. Swing one leg on top, make sure your leg is at a 90-degree angle, and then press that knee down to the box as you're able to. I'm gonna show you guys my right side again. Look at this, trash. Trash. Becca, do more box pigeon. At least 1 to 2 minutes on each side. Then, this is the new one, once again. Take off the shoes. Where'd the band go? We've done dragon's pose. A banded ankle distraction that we're gonna do is like dragon's pose. But we're gonna add the band, and anytime we talk about a distraction, we're usually doing something to try to open up the joint that we're focused on. In this case, we got a hinge joint, your ankle right here. My left side is really, really tight. And this stretch that we got coming at you guys is gonna try to open up, create space in that hinge joint to where you can actually have more mobility through your ankle. I do distractions all the time on my hips, on my shoulders, because those guys get super tight from all the squatting and the pressing that we do. And man, does it feel good to have all that range of motion. Look at this. Band goes really, really low on the post, and I got a pretty thin band, about an inch thick or so. And then I'm gonna take my non-shoe foot, start there, and step it on forward and put the band literally on my foot, like on the top of my foot, to where the edge of the band sits in the crease of my ankle. It's not up here on my ankle. That's not gonna do anything. It's gotta be like flat to the top of your foot, and then I'm gonna start pushing my knee over my toe. This band is in the crease of my ankle. And as I'm kind of sitting into this stretch, my knee is falling over my toe. I can wiggle around a little bit. Sometimes I'll adjust the band a little bit as I come in and out of the stretch. But this is just trying to create more space in that joint. Why are you so loud? Not sponsored. Cool. That's banded ankle distraction. 1 to 2 minutes on each side. That is a good stretch for all my folks with tight ankles out here. Yeah, that's all I got. That's week 4. All right, have fun. We'll stay on it. Peace out.